On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans.
Naimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Only a couple for him there in the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Draw play. This is Henry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Texans nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
looking to put a drive together.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. 18. What's that? South.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
18. What's that? Hey, uno more. Buggy. Motion.
Here's Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson.
There's Bateman reeling in the comeback throw.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Again, it's Henry. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Baltimore.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Texans nothing. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Baltimore defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
All right. Hey, south. 18. What's that?
Stroud sets up the play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throw over the middle, he's got Ruckert. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
It's hot! It's hot! 180!
Now Lamar changing the look. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right. 118. Hey, south.
And Stroud now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
118. What's that? 11. Look to hot. 19 Texans.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Ravens 28, Texans nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buggy. On 18. What's that? Hey, south. Go get him.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, ready? On 18.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
Robin. 12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Oh, ready? On 18. What's that? Buggy. 11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Hey, south. Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
All right. 19 Texans.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Swap.
Stroud. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Eleven. Oh, right. Tony.
Stroud looking to throw. That's caught again by Schultz.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
For 18.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Oh, right. 18.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
For 18. What's that?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Get the kick off in time.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
All right. Motion. 18. What's that?
Mixon will get it to start the second half.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Oh, boy. Hey, uno. Buggy.
Now Stroud.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On the quick, right? 18. What's that?
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Let's go. Swap. Another swap. Hey, uno more.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
18. What's that? Why Tony?
Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, south.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here goes Stroud again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy. And some space here. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
from the gun to give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Powers through. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
11.
Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Oh, ready? 18. What's that?
Mixing up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Look the hot.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. Down the field, he's got Noel.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Me. Swap. Mother swap. Connect.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw it.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Schultz. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Hey, south. 18. What's that? Hey, uno.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Mixon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Buggy.
And Stroud now to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They throw it out right complete. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Texans will line up.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
It's complete, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the two are right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Throw right side here taken in by Bateman.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Texans' 29-yard line.
Go ahead. Sit on! Hey! You! Report!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Texans are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Looking to put a drive together.
Uno. House, it's not. What? 18. Let's hope. 19 Texans. Hey, Uno Mars.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Under. 18. What's up? 11. Hey, south. Hey.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Buggy. Look to hot.
Now Stroud. He'll try and do this himself.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Tony. Why Tony?
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. On his loop for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Texans 12. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
18. What's that? 19 Texans. Hey, Uno Mars.
Stroud looking to throw.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. At 18.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Hey, Uno. Hey.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Collins. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Robbie.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Buggy. 11. Hey, south.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
18. South. Look. 11. Hey, Uno. Look the hot.
He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Texans 20. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
No, we changed it.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud
trying to stretch the field with Schultz. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Stroud looking to change the play.
Hey, south. 19 Texans.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Swap. Love it, swap. Love it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Texans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Stroud.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hey, uno more.
Here goes Stroud again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Will Anderson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On third down, here's Mitchell. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Change it. Ready, shot.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 18. Outside. Close. 19 Texans.
Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll try and do this himself. That is caught.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
18, what's up?
Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Why Tony? 118.
Stroud to throw it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
18, what's up? Bucky. Hey, uno. 11.
Here's Stroud.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
18, what's up? Under.
Throwing again is Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here now, 3rd down.
12. Here we go. Look the hot. 18, what's up?
Stroud to throw it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
11.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.